Hello class 8 students, I am your English teacher from LPM Public School, Gola Bazar, and today we will discuss the literature part of your English syllabus, and our topic is the second topic of Unit 2, that is the untrained mathematician as it is mentioned on the board. The unit second is the spirit of science. In this unit we are studying about science and its implications, what type of facility, what type of ease to our life is being provided by the principles of science. And today we will study about remarkable life of a very renowned and proficient scientist, mathematician, whose name is S. Ramanujan. The name of Ramanujan needs no introduction, okay, because he was famous on the global scale. His popularity was not only limited in India, because any person who is of great achievement, who is of great knowledge, his name and fame crosses the boundary of the nations. He becomes global citizen, as was in the case of Albert Einstein. He was considered as global citizen. So, what were the different parameters? What was the specific qualities that were present in S. Ramanujan? How a boy who was born in a very remote place in South India came and impacted the global family. We will study about all these things. What were the conditions? What were the challenges before S. Ramanujan during his early childhood, his primary education, and how was the journey? So the first starting 4 or 5 lines that are mentioned in red color, these lines are devised only to introduce the students with the crux of the story. It is just mentioned over here to create an inspiration in yourself. Now, why do you need to study this chapter? The crux is being given just to motivate yourself. So we will start the discussion. The first line: they were completely different in every respect. One came from a poor family in a remote town in South India, the other from a privileged background in England. In this chapter, life of two different mathematicians is being compared. One is from very poor family of South India, and other one comes from a very prosperous family from England. The life of both these mathematicians is entirely different, but their hardworking nature, their perseverance, their devotion to mathematics is same. So these things brought them together. Otherwise, their upbringing, their atmosphere, their economic status were completely different. One was a self-taught mathematician, other was educated in an elite public school and college. One, that is S. Ramanujan. He was born in a very poor Tamil family. He was not provided with all types of facilities and all types of materials that make your life easy, while the other scientist, who was British, was born in a very prosperous family. So he got education in very renowned and reputed schools from his early childhood. Their friendship and collaboration began with a series of letters they wrote to each other. How they came close to each other, how they knew about the existence of the other person, was through exchange of letters. S. Ramanujan wrote a letter to the British mathematician, and in this way they came close to each other. When they knew each other, their bond became more strong. So now we will see the chapter how was the early life of S. Ramanujan. The first line that is written in black ink: the 5-year-old boy didn't like school, although school was only the front porch of a house in Tamil Nadu. As you know that in British period, the educational system was not strong enough to provide proper facility to each and every person. Education was only for the affluent rich class who were growing under the British rule, but the poor people were not provided with proper opportunities of education. So the school where S. Ramanujam started going at first was just under the porch of a person who was providing education to the small children. Some people indulge themselves in providing education because providing education is the best help that you can offer to any person. If you are providing any grant, any money, that will be consumed in a particular duration. But if you are imparting education, making that people efficient enough to earn his own livelihood, then this is the best possible way. That person will be self dependent. He will not need anybody's help if proper education is being provided to that boy. So providing education is the most efficient thing that you can do, that you can donate to any person. Education is the most effective weapon that you can give to any person that will walk through his entire life. He didn't want to sit with his arms folded and with a finger on his lips. The mentality, the behavior of S. Ramanujam is different from other boys. He was not fond of school education. He found it very boring to sit idle in the classroom, holding hands and hearing to the teacher for hours. That was not attracting S. Ramanujam. He wanted to just feel free. He wanted to learn from nature. There are some boys of these mentalities who are different from others. These are exceptions because their mindset is different and they are going to do some remarkable thing in their life. But in our general understanding, at start, people misbehave with such type of student because they don't know that what type of mechanism is there, what type of factor is making this boy behave in a proper certain manner. Every person is not intelligent or capable enough to discover what is making that boy behave in this manner. But a teacher's job is to understand the mentality and the psychographic analysis of each and every student. What is his interest? What type of factors are making him behave in a certain way? The parents and the teachers should take responsibility. Each and every boy, each and every student always possess some specific quality in his character, and the job of the teacher and the parent is just to ignite him, understand his own capability, and then pursue the goal which is of his interest. So Ramanujam ran home most of the days. His family sought the help of a police constable to make him attend the school. What used to happen daily, Ramanujam used to sit in the class, and when he got any opportunity, he used to run to his home. He used to skip the classes, bunk the classes. That's why the family thought, because the boy was made to sit in the school, when the family requested a policeman, because police, any person who is wearing the uniform of police usually haunt the small boys. There is a fearful impact of police during the ancient period, and in British rule, people were very afraid of policemen, and that was also the case with small children. So a constable helped the parents of Ramanujam. He used to sit in the class, and Ramanujam was very fearful, and he stopped skipping the classes due to the fear of that policeman. Such type of arrangements were made to make Ramanujam sit in the class. This is very awkward that any policeman is being appointed to make a boy attend this class. That this boy would grow to be Srinivas Ramanujam, the mathematical genius, was totally unexpected. At that moment, nobody knew that this boy who is skipping the classes, who is running home will be a mathematical genius in the coming decade. Okay, so you cannot understand what will be the achievement of any student who is creating problem in the class. That's why different types of training and research modules are given for the upliftment of the mental and knowledge based aspects of the teacher. Understanding the mentality and psychological status of the student is very necessary for the teacher. While boys of his age played on the street of Sarangapani Sannidhi Street in Kumbakonam, Ramanujam worked on mathematics for hours together. When Ramanujam crossed the primary education, he came to the 6th or 7th in the middle education. The difference was noticed. While the fellow students and his friends were busy in playing games and enjoying themselves, Ramanujam was found to work on mathematical problems, mathematical formulas. There, the genius of Ramanujam started to flash. Ramanujam was born in Kumbakonam, and there was a street, Sarangapani Sannidhi, where they used to enjoy their life. But Ramanujam was not enjoying his life. He was just devoting his life for the mathematics. To help with their cash-strapped existence, his family took in boarders, two of whom were in government college. Noticing Ramanujam's gift, these two young men shared whatever they knew with him. Now you know that Ramanujam's family was not provided with proper resources, so they took help from the person who were offering them help. They came in touch with two persons who were in government college. They identified that this boy Ramanujam is having some specific skills. So they identified the hidden quality of Ramanujam and they started helping Ramanujam. This is the trait of noble person. They are always ready to help the needy ones. Ramanujam soon devoured their textbook and pestered them for more books from their college library. As you know that there were lack of resources, so Ramanujam tried his best to get the best possible book. He used different helps, different aid. As you know that there are scholarships to the students who are very hardworking, very devoted, and who are excelling in their studies. So actually Ramanujam was very devoted to mathematics. That's why he was not giving proper heed to other subjects. He was scoring very good in mathematics, but in other subject he was not getting good marks, and this impacted his educational background as well. His obsession with mathematics would prove to be a problem as he slowly lost interest in other subjects. He demonstrated magic squares to his classmates in a history class. So now you can expect, if in the class of history, where history is being studied, the teacher is teaching you history, and any boy who is found busy in solving mathematical problems, he is giving puzzles and square box to his friends during the period of history. This will be considered as an impudence, and it is a punishable act when in history you are studying mathematics. But this was not impudence of Ramanujam. His devotion was too strong in mathematics, and that was making him behave in unexpected manner. So some teacher will rediscover what was the basic problem behind this activity, but some will punish him. Although quite competent in English, as his letters written later in English would reveal, he failed in English. As you will get to know about the proficiency of Ramanujam in English when you will see the letters that was written by Ramanujam to different scholars, different universities, when he published his mathematical works, mathematical articles. But he also failed in English because he was not studying English at all. He was proficient in English grammar, but he was not studying English literature, if you're not learning, if you're not understanding the literature lessons, then how can you answer? How will you answer the questions? So he failed in English. So we will keep discussing the extraordinary life of Ramanujam in our coming lecture, and I'm also giving you a homework. Write a short essay on the life and achievements of any renowned scientist whom you admire the most. We will meet in the next lecture. Okay, thanks.